Today our guest is from Miss Grand Colorado, and she's here. Join us, Samantha.
Hi. Hi. Oh, you look stunning today.
Oh, thank you so much. Today was a very difficult day. I was running so many errands, so I'm glad I still look presentable. Thank you.
Yes, and thank you so much for joining us for our interview. I know that we rescheduled it, but I still appreciate that you still want to chat with us.
No, of course. I love talking to people like this. It's also a way to put myself out there and for you guys also to get to know me and go more around different places, So it's okay. I'm thankful for you guys to talk to you guys today.
All right, finally you're here. Yes, yes. So welcome to our channel. We're gonna start our interview. We have some question about yourself. I want Miss Grand fans to know more about the contestant from different states and also the pageantry journey that we would like you to tell us about your story. All right, let's start.
Can you introduce yourself? What do you do now?
Of course. Well, hello everyone. My name is Samantha 𝗘𝗣 and I'm your Miss Grand Colorado. I am 21 years old. I am a business marketing and journalism student. I will start my last year at the end of August, and last semester I got my sales certificate, so we're almost done. Outside of pageantry, I love to do modeling, especially fashion shows. I'm pretty tall. I'm 5'11", 5'10". So that's the thing that I'm kind of good at, not to brag, but I like to do it. And I'm also a small content creator and a pageant queen. I love to do pageantry because it allows me to express myself and show my personality. So that's some things I do outside of pageantry, modeling, content creation, and I'm also a student.
Wow, you seem like you're very busy, type of person who have to find something new to do, keep doing things to make yourself busy all the time, which is great.
It is. I really like it.
You are pursuing bachelor degree in marketing, journalism,
And
at MSU Denver. Why did you choose this field as your major is marketing journalism?
Okay, so for marketing, I've always been super passionate about business. My dad owns a business. He has his own carpet installation business. And for me, I always loved how marketing, you can present many things to the people that are watching you. But when it comes to journalism, I grew up in a bicultural background, so that inspired me to connect with so many people worldwide. And journalism is part of that. It's talking to a lot of people and presenting a message as well. So that's why I decided to pursue it. Also, I forgot to mention, but my biggest dreams in the world are to become an entrepreneur and a TV personality. So journalism is kind of into the TV, So that's why I also decided to pursue it.
That sounds great. And it seems like it suits you so well with your personality.
Thank you.
So, and you like the camera. So you
I do. No, it's so funny because I have my own digital camera. Every time I go out, I take a picture. It doesn't matter where I am. I'm picture. I need something to post.
Good. And yeah, that's why she's also modeling. You love camera. I would like to know, how do you utilize this knowledge, your knowledge from marketing journalism toward your own brand, 𝗘𝗣, and who is the marketing target of the brand that you have?
Of course. So 𝗘𝗣 comes from me. Like I mentioned, I'm very tall. So 𝗘𝗣 it's a clothing brand made for tall women and pageant queens, because that's who I am, right? And I've always struggled since I was a little girl to find clothes that fit me. Even in the pageant world, you try to find a dress, it's probably, if you're tall, it's probably gonna be high waters on you, So I decided to create that brand for that. When it comes to what I study, it has definitely helped me out a lot because I've made a whole marketing and business plan around my brand. And that's why I have taken so much time into it, not to pressure myself. And it has taught me public relations, business plans, social media, all of that stuff. and most importantly, how to connect with people and find what they like. So it has definitely helped me a lot when it comes to the business world.
That's good. It sounds like interesting field because normally I know marketing is kind of separation from journalism, but when it combined together, it sounds so great.
It is.
It's pretty much, I would say it's useful for this day with social media and business.
It is, you know, in journalism, it's like you mentioned, it's something pretty different. Like most people I know do like business and then marketing, but or like real estate and other stuff. But like journalism teaches you how to communicate with people, and like business is all about communication, you know. So it works well together.
Have you ever had any experience that affected your height? And what is the message that you want to tell other girls or someone who like feel insecure with their height?
Yeah, so unfortunately, I was bullied because of my height. You know, especially us girls, we tend to develop earlier than boys. I was bullied by a lot of boys, you know. Not that I care. I don't care anymore. I love my height. But I used to be bullied both online and in person. And the message that I want to give young girls is to just embrace your insecurities and the things that makes you you. Because if I didn't love myself like how I was, if I didn't take advantage of my height, I wouldn't be here talking to you guys. I wouldn't be competing for Miss Grand USA. So I would just tell them to be themselves, be confident in themselves, and even if it's hard, stand up for what you think makes you beautiful, and that's when you're gonna shine truly.
That is so true. Yeah, that's awesome. Because I have a girl who I know. She's pretty tall with her age, and sometimes she complains to me like, "Hey, I don't want to be tall. I want to be short like my friend." I was like, "No, it's not like that. Don't look at it that way. You know, you are who you are, and hopefully you could overcome that feeling."
Yeah, hopefully it's really hard, especially when you're at an age that you see everyone and how they are, especially with social media, it is really hard. We compare ourselves a lot. I used to compare myself to girls with different proportions, different body types. I'm like, that's just not gonna work for you. So that's gonna maybe happen when she's older. She's gonna love herself. I promise you, because that happened to me, you know? So just be patient, and the important thing is that she has someone like you that supports her and tells her how pretty she is.
You advocate on health, safety, and education in women. As a founder of empowering organization, why focusing on this is matter for you, and what is empowering name stand for?
Okay, so empowering has been a thing for me, a very important thing for 3 years now. Like I mentioned, I lived in another country until I was 14 years old. And the things I saw in that country about violence against women, about domestic violence, like so many girls and women dying because of violence, that's what led me to create Empowering. I have worked with domestic violence survivors with the place in my city, Safe House Denver. I've done fundraisers. I've talked personally to these survivors, and obviously I cannot post it because it's a very private thing. But that's a big matter for me because I've also seen women in my family go through domestic violence, and I feel like a lot of people don't know about it. Like, you can know a girl, you're not gonna know she's going through domestic violence. Like, she might be looking okay from the outside, but she's suffering at home. So that's why this matter is really important to me, and I try to talk about it and share it every time I can. And that's why I'm also with Miss Grand Colorado. This is like a bigger thing for me that I can showcase to the world.
And what is the Empowering name stand for? Like, where did this idea come from? Empowering.
So Empowering, it's kind of empowering, but you know what's associated with women is femininity. It's delicate, like a flower, right? So I decided to combine flower and empowering with and that got me in flowering.
Flowering. Yeah.
The same. It's actually I don't know. I think like I have a thing for names. 𝗘𝗣. So it is in Spanish. Tall or height means altura.
Oh, altura. Okay.
So like in English, tall obviously is tall. So like 𝗘𝗣. So it kind of goes together. You know, maybe I just like to combine things. That goes with the I learned how to do that in like my marketing class. So,
yeah, I was going to tell it. See, she took from her marketing journalism, so you use it so well. Yeah, the name is like flowering. 𝗘𝗣. I mean, awesome, cool.
Well, thank you. You know, I put a lot of work into these names, a lot of sleepless nights thinking I have to make something different.
And it's pretty much stand out and unique. Well done.
Thank you.
The next question, you are the first Mexican American generation, right? And we would like to know what are the difference between these two cultures. Can you give us some example?
Of course. So the culture itself, when it comes to the people, it's pretty different. You know, in my country, well, not my country because I was born in the US, but like my other part of myself, which is the Mexican community, they are so welcoming, so loving. And in the US, I feel like the biggest difference is that everyone's by themselves. I don't know if you notice in the US, like the values are not so family oriented, at least for other type of cultures, but like the Mexican culture, the families are close together. Like I have 30 cousins, like 10 aunts, uncles, and in the US, I think that's the biggest difference, you know? So I have a lot of family that support me and is there for me, but I think the biggest difference is the culture when it comes to family. Everyone in the US is doing their own thing, like moving out at 18 years old, and in my community, the Mexican community, that's not how we do things, you know? So that was one of the biggest challenges when I came here. Everyone's so independent here.
Yeah. So true. I think it's the same as our culture.
Yeah.
Like we live with our parents. Once we get married, then move out to live with our husband. But here, actually, whenever you're 18, if you want to live by yourself, you know, build up yourself, you're welcome to do that.
Yes.
But we also learn from that, right?
Of course.
How do you enter modeling industry? And what are the difference between modeling and pageantry?
Of course. So when I entered the modeling industry when I was relatively older, I was 18 years old. So, but because my dad didn't let me do it, he's very protective of me, and I'm the oldest daughter. So he was scared of how the modeling world would be like. And he was right. There were some things that I've seen that are not okay from the modeling industry, but I entered the modeling industry when I was 18 years old, and it was through pageantry. I didn't start modeling right away. I started pageantry first. I was reached out by a scout because he saw me somewhere on a page on social media, and he asked me, "Hey, do you want to participate on a pageant?" And I was like, "Okay, sure," but I never thought about it, you know. And then that's how it happened, and I competed in that pageant representing Colorado, and in that pageant I got the opportunity to represent the USA Latin community in Dominican Republic. So, you know, the paths that we choose to take definitely shape our lives, especially for me, because yes, I started older, but look where I am now, you know, in such a small amount of time. So that's how I started modeling and pageantry.
And what do you think the difference between these two worlds, modeling and pageantry?
Yeah, so modeling is pretty different from pageantry because in modeling you're showcasing something that's not yourself. You're showcasing either a product, either a dress, a piece of clothing, a feeling, but you're never going to showcase, or it's rare when you're going to showcase yourself. And in pageantry is otherwise. You're showing yourself. You're showing a message that you want to give to the world about something that you're passionate about. And I think that pageantry is definitely my favorite because of that.
Okay. So from your modeling experience, could you be able to like combine them for you to prepare yourself in pageantry?
So I think you can combine it even more in Miss Grand. Like the Miss Grand organization combines a lot of modeling into what pageantry is. I mean, in the international competition, they do fashion shows, they showcase products, they're selling something. So I think it can definitely go together. And the way I choose to combine it is by showcasing online products that I like to have on my routine and clothing as well, especially for the organization that I'm trying to be part of, you know?
I checked on your Instagram and I saw like in May you attend to 2025 Women Empowering Change event. So I'd like to know, what do you learn from that experience?
Of course. Oh yeah, I remember that event. It was a really good event. So I went to that event and there were a lot of organizations and businesses showcasing women. And there were also a lot of women speaking up, like with the microphone and talking, answering questions. And what I learned the most is that us women are truly powerful, you know, because I know a lot of women that have been through a lot of stuff and they were still there showing their story, you know. So I met a woman that literally went to 50 countries, you know, and she was just showcasing a book about herself and what she went through. And there was other girls that was just selling flowers, you know, and her own energy. There were so many women coming up together in that event. And that's the biggest thing I learned, that us women are capable of doing so many things and we have many different faces of us. And that's what also makes us powerful. So that event was definitely one of my favorite ones.
That's good. And then I feel like sometimes it's like, you know, like it's a shortcut for us to learn from other people's experience.
Yes, that's why I love going to those events and also doing interviews, because also talking to you guys, I'm learning about you guys. Even though this is an interview about me, I'm also learning about you guys, you know, so that's a good thing.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Us too. We're learning about you too, Samantha.
In your opinion, why multilateralism?
Multilateralism, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, I for now it's bad.
It's okay. It's okay.
This word is very difficult to pronounce.
Yeah.
Like, so.
It's okay.
Okay. It's important for human rights.
It is multilateralism. It's important for human rights because it talks about the idea of how we can promote peace from one another and understand that we're all in the same world, right? Mm-hmm. We're all going through stuff, but empathy should be coming from our hearts because we all feel something, right? Mm-hmm. So I definitely think that multilateralism is important because in this world we see so many negative stuff, you know, and in a world where we see so many violence, so many suffering, often we choose judgment and indifference when we should be replacing it with love and understanding. So I think that's the basis of that, just replacing judgment and indifference with love and empathy.
We're gonna moving on to the pageantry questions. All right. How did you become Miss Grand Colorado?
How did I become Miss Grand Colorado, right? So it's a funny story. I waited 2 years to compete in a pageant again because I really wanted to feel ready and do the pageant that I really wanted to do. Miss Grand has always been my number one pageant because I feel like it goes with myself. And I reached out to the organization because I didn't have any director. I didn't have no one that could connect me to that organization. So I reached out to them. I was like, hey, my name is Samantha 𝗘𝗣. I am this, that, and I would like to be Colorado. I would like to represent the state that I live, you know, and they reached out back and I interviewed them, and in the same interview they were like, yes, we want you to be Colorado, you can be Miss Grand Colorado. And I was really happy because I didn't thought I was going to get the opportunity because I didn't have the connections, but I was also very proud of myself because I personally reached out to them. And a lot of girls are scared to put themselves out there, and I think it's pretty important to, even if you're scared, just do it. You don't know what you're going to get out of it, So that's why I become Miss Grand Colorado. That's how this journey started.
So you know what you want to do, and you brave enough to reach out to find the opportunity. And
yes.
But anyway, Samantha, you mentioned you've been waiting for 2 years to be ready to participate in the pageantry again. So this is not your first pageantry?
No, it's not. Like I mentioned, I competed when I was 18 to 19 years old. So I competed, I think, when I was 19, my first pageant. And then I got the opportunity. I was Colorado, and then I got the opportunity after I competed to be USA Latina, and then I competed at an international pageant. So I competed in 2 pageants. This is my 3rd one.
All right, so you had experience.
I do, and I think more than the experience, I still have a lot of friends from many different countries. So I love that for me. I love it. But yes, I have some pageantry experience.
So you start a pageantry a while ago, and now you are Miss Grand Colorado. So what's the most valuable lesson you have learned from pageantry so far, and how it changed who you are today?
I think the biggest lesson I've learned from pageantry is that perspective is everything. Because in pageantry, there are so many girls competing from one thing, and that's a crown and a title, right? But only one girl is going to get that crown. And you're the one that's going to decide if you're going to take away something from this experience, or you're going to leave that experience with nothing. So for me, I compete in one pageant. I got the opportunity to be and compete at an international one, but that international one, I didn't get the crown. Was I sad? Yes, but I was like, perspective is everything. I got so many friendships. I got new connections. I got to travel the world, so I think that's the biggest lesson I've learned from pageantry. You decide what you want to take and how you perceive yourself after that.
Got it. So, what I gonna say? I forgot. I listened to her answer. Yeah. So I feel like the most important thing is before you be crowned or you are the winner, the way that you walking through your goal is also important from what you say, and I love that. I mean,
absolutely.
You're not only looking for, I'm gonna be the winner, but you also appreciate your friendship through your sisterhood from other people, which is, I think that's a good thing in pageantry. I mean, it's good.
Yeah, and it also goes with, like you mentioned, how you see yourself. For example, in this pageant, I'm going as prepared as I can be. I've put so much work into this. And even if I leave without a crown, my vision of myself and what I've done is nothing's going to change that. I'm going to be proud of myself. So I think that correlates to what you're saying. And I think that's awesome too, to have that feeling of yourself. Even though you don't walk out without a crown, you still did great. You're still that girl, So I agree with you on that.
I've seen you been working on your walking. It's a lot of video, and in order to improve your walking skill, what kind of attitude or encouragement that you have to tell yourself?
Well, it's a lot of discipline, and also knowing what your goal is. Definitely from not doing a pageant in 2 years, I was a little rocky. I was like, okay, I haven't done this in a long time. But since I knew that I got the title the week after, I went to walking classes, you know? And I think, like everything, discipline is going to get you as far as you want to go, because I practice every day. Like when I go to the gym after my workout, I have my heels in my bag and I just walk, you know? So I think discipline is the key to everything. And even though you think you're not getting better, you are. Slowly but surely you are. Just keep showing up for yourself.
Yeah, that's true. You mentioned about disciplines a lot. I just have another question. What do you think about the wording motivation and discipline? How are they different? These two words.
I don't think they're pretty different, but at the same time, I think they go together, because you might be motivated one day, and then you might not be motivated the next day, but discipline is going to get you to do stuff even though you don't feel motivated. Because when I don't want to go to the gym, or when I don't want to do something, I'm like, you have to keep showing up for yourself. I might not be motivated to do it, but discipline is going to get you somewhere. Like, motivation can only get you so far, and then there's discipline, you know? So I think they go together, but at the same time they don't. Like, they go together depending how you want to put them, you know?
I got it. So no matter what, you show up.
Of
You
course.
gotta show
No matter
up.
what, you show up for yourself.
Yeah, discipline is. I agree with you. It's come together, but when it's turned to our actions, discipline is. It is that you got to
It is.
for yourself.
Yeah.
And you also have a speech course. Why do you think it's important for pageantry?
You know, more than beauty queens, us pageant queens are transformative leaders, and people listen to us. People listen to what we have to say, and it is important for us to be able to communicate a message effectively for the world to understand what we want them to understand. You know, for example, in Miss Grand USA, we know that, and we've talked a lot on our meetings, communication is a big part of ourselves, and how we present ourselves, our personal brand, and the organization brand. So I think as a pageant queen, it is truly exemplar to be a good communicator, and that's why I take so much importance to that, you know?
Yeah, and maybe I think it's probably could be Samantha advantage, because she's studying marketing journalism, so she knows the way how to communicate.
I like to see it as an advantage, you know, not only as a pageant queen, but outside of pageantry, it definitely has helped me a lot. And it might be an advantage, you know, but there's also many girls that are good communicators, and, you know, we're all competing, you know, but we'll see.
How do you balance your personal passions with the responsibility of being a title holder?
Oh, you know, this has been a tough thing for me for the last couple of years. It wasn't until the last 2-3 months that I really started to work it out. But something about me is I don't like to stay doing one thing. I like to stay busy. And sometimes that's gonna make it hard for me to balance my personal life, my personal hobbies with being a pageant queen. But one thing about me, I always keep an agenda. You know, I always try to give attention to everything I need to give attention to, and not lose myself in the process. If I have to have something done when it has to do with pageantry on the evening, I'm gonna make sure to have time for myself in the morning. You know, I always try to keep a balance. It's hard, and some days I get home and I'm like so tired because I did like 10 things throughout the day. But that's just how I do things. A lot of people like to do one thing a day, not me. I'm pretty used to doing a lot of stuff and not lose myself in the process. So balance is everything.
Wow, that's great. What do you want to tell people who misunderstand about pageantry?
I want to tell them that pageantry is not the same it used to be many years ago. Like I mentioned, us queens are transformative leaders. We are a voice for those who can't speak up. We're change makers. We're advocates for things that we care about. And in this day and age, our beauty is the less important thing about us. Yes, we're beautiful, but we're more than that. And we have demonstrated that, and I just want them to know that if they watch a pageant, just listen to that question, the final question, If you try to answer it in 1 minute, let's see what happens, okay? We're pretty dedicated to what we do, and I think that's the biggest difference from pageantry in the last years,
Yeah. And I think it's not that easy for you girls to standing on the stage with people who looking up on the stage and you have to answer the question. And
I know. And I recently saw a post about a pageant queen that said, "You think you can hurt me? I literally stand in front of so many people to be judged." And that's true. Us pageant queens show ourselves to the world, and we might get so much criticism. We might get so many mean comments because at the end of the day, beauty is subjective. You might think someone's beautiful. You might think someone's not that beautiful. But we're being judged all the time. And I definitely think that as pageant queens are super strong. Mm-hmm. That's why I say we're transformative leaders. That's the thing, you might not like it, but we do make a difference.
Yeah. It gives you strength.
It does.
In order to become Miss Grand USA, you must have 4 B's, right? Brain, beauty, body, and business. Which one is your strength and why?
I definitely think my strength would be, I would say business, but I definitely think it is beauty because, and I don't mean physical beauty, because I truly feel like I have a beautiful heart and an authentic beauty that you don't see as much. With my own platform in flowering, I have been able to connect with so many people, and when it comes to my authentic beauty, and I don't mean the outside beauty, I love connecting with people from many different parts of the world and just supporting everyone I can. And I definitely think that's the strength of mine and something that the Miss Grand organization is looking for.
Mm-hmm. Nice answer.
Different answer.
I mean, she mentioned about beauty, but it doesn't mean her beauty, her appearance. Mm-hmm. Beauty from inside.
Yeah.
You get a crowd.
And like I told you guys, beauty is pretty subjective these days. Anyone can think someone's beautiful, and she must win. But right now in today's world, pageantry is more than that. Obviously, beauty matters. But I truly believe that a true pageant queen, a true beauty queen, just has a different kind of beauty that it's appealing to people, So it might be a different answer, but that's my answer.
Yeah. And I don't think it's easy at all for the girls who enter to pageantry journey because you're kind of working on your body.
Oh, yes. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I was dealing a lot with mental health issues, like around 6-7 months ago. So I was in a pretty bad place because my grandpa passed away. I was going through a lot, and before I joined Miss Grand USA, my body was not looking my best. My mind was not in the right state. And for this competition, I had to lose 20 pounds. And just because I was in a very bad place, when you're in a bad place mentally.
20 pounds?
Yes. And I'm tall, so it might not look like a lot. I'm pretty tall. So you
tall. Okay. That's a proportion.
The proportions are not going to make it seem like, oh, she gained a lot of weight. But
got it.
I was in a very bad place mentally, and that affected my body. That affected my energy. And when I just got myself together, I was like, yeah, this is who I am, and I'm stronger than ever. So yes, taking care of your body is really important for looks, but also inside, like how you feel inside, So I definitely think it is important as a pageant queen to take care of your body, but also of your mental health.
That's so true. Yeah, but I mean, once you take care of yourself, you become healthier. You feel good about yourself. It makes you feel better, and then everything will like, what should I say? Like, it keep moving forward to be the best version of yourself.
Yes.
Once you started.
But no, like I saw your face and I was like 20 pounds. I was like, I'm really tall, so it's really hard to see. I think that helps me a lot. You know?
A lot. Because I'm 5'2". When you said 20 pounds, I was like, okay. It's different.
But like, no, it is very different. Like, how weight distributes in different people's bodies is crazy. Because like my body didn't change a lot, but I didn't feel my best, you know? So, and I don't know, just weight, it's such a hard thing, but you know, thank God I'm tall, because you would not be able to tell that much.
But anyway, Samantha, thank you for sharing this story. I'm
sorry for scaring you.
No, not at all. I feel so touched because it's just a thing that could happen to anyone.
Yes.
You know, at some point, sometimes we at the rock bottom, and then we have to find a way to rise up.
Of course, yes.
So this year, Miss Grand International will be held in Thailand. If you were Miss Grand USA 2025, what would be your strategy to win over Thai fans?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Oh my God. So, if I were honored to become the next Miss Grand USA, the way I would win Thai fans is, I don't know, by being funny.
That's good.
I don't know. I feel like Thai people are so welcoming and funny, and I feel like if you make them laugh or like if you give them like a lot of content on social media about yourself and who you are, like your authentic self, you might win their heart, you know, because I've seen it. So that would be like my biggest strategy, you know.
That's good.
Like, you guys know Thai people, like the ones that I've met, are super warm, like super warming, super happy all the time. So that would be like my first take.
Okay. That's a good strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we love someone who's what should I say? Smile, friendly, good heart.
Well, that's good to know.
You know, the competition will start next Thursday, pretty soon. How have you been preparing yourself, and do you have anything that you're concerned about?
I've prepared myself since I knew I was going to be Miss Grand Colorado, you know, so that goes with my walking practice, my public speaking classes, you know, interview. But most importantly, I have been preparing mentally for this, you know, and to have the right energy. Because being a pageant queen, like I mentioned and you mentioned, is not only being beautiful anymore. I've done also photo shoot classes, you know, posing. But the thing that I was maybe more concerned at the beginning was the way I communicate something or the way I speak to people, and I definitely feel like that's one of my strengths, because the way I got so much better with creating content that truly represented me, the way I got so much better with answering questions about myself. So I think that's one of the things that I was concerned but not anymore, and I definitely don't think I have any concerns now. I mean, I leave in 2 days, so you know, I would be worried if I didn't have anything ready now. But, you know, just there to do the best I can. I don't think I'm concerned about anything, you know, because for 4 or 5 months, you know, I've been making sure everything's ready.
So you've been preparing yourself so well. So.
Yes, you know, and I feel like in pageantry, you cannot start preparing a week before. You know, in pageantry nowadays, like, you have to have everything prepared. And for me, having experience, I think I know better now, and I would make sure since the beginning to have everything I wanted to be done. So the most important thing that I cared about was my communication skills. And I definitely feel confident about that now. So we'll see. I'm so happy that I got everything ready. You know, I'm so lucky to also be the last one, because I got to tell you guys everything 2 days before it starts.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Another question. This is for me. Like,
Okay.
I want to know.
Yeah.
Because we never been in the pageantry. Oh, you were right in competition pageantry before. Okay. She been.
He has been? Oh my god.
Long time ago when I was young. When I was young.
Okay, a pageant girl always stays a pageant girl. Always.
Okay. So, but I've never. So I would like to know when you girls feel nervous in the competition. I don't know when. Maybe before what was that? Preliminary, or before you meet the judge, before an interview. How do you deal with that feeling? You're
Of
nervous.
course. So, for example, interview is like a big thing, right? When you're about to go into that door, you start feeling, at least for me, when I did it, I was feeling hot. I feel like I was shaking. I feel like I couldn't talk, you know, and what got me through it was breathing and not taking any caffeine. Because caffeine was gonna make me super anxious. It does, even up to this day. But what us pageant girls do is, one, breathe, and just trust what you've prepared so much for, you know, because at the end of the day, you prepare for that exact moment. And I feel like if you don't prepare enough, you're gonna be nervous. You're gonna feel like, and there might be a little nerves even if you're still prepared. But if you know enough about yourself and the message that you want everyone to know, you might be nervous, but you're still gonna tell them and show what you want the audience to know. So I think that's it. Just breathe and trust what you've prepared so much for. And good nerves and bad nerves are still gonna be there. They're always gonna be there, you know. But just be confident in what you worked so hard for.
All right. Another question. I just want to know. What if you are going to be on the stage with your walk? You are the next one who's gonna walk on the stage for the judge. However, the girl in front of you, she walked like, oh my god, perfectly, and you're next. Well, what is the feeling that you will have at that point, and how do you tell yourself to encourage yourself? Like, I don't know, because like I said, I never been in a competition, so I don't know if I see someone who like, oh my gosh, she walked so well, and it's gonna be me who walk after her.
Okay, so let me tell you, from my personal thing, I would not be focused on anyone else, okay? I would be focusing on myself and what I need to do better. Because, you know, my biggest challenge and my biggest person that's gonna be like, is this girl me? But up here, you know, I'm not gonna be looking at the girl that went before me. I'm gonna be focusing on my breathing, exercising, practicing my turns, and then when I go out, it's just me, you know? I think you can self-sabotage if you're comparing yourself to other contestants, because at the end of the day, everyone's different. So, but that's just me, and I will not be focusing on anyone else but me, like just me, and stay true about what I worked so hard for. Like I mentioned, maybe that's something good about me because I know what I've done and I know what I've prepared so hard for. So even if the girl that went before me did super good, I'm still gonna congratulate her and go do my own thing. You know, I'm not gonna be worried about her turn, if she did good, she did bad. You know, I'm just gonna be worried about how I do things and making sure I do what I prepared so hard for. That's just me.
No, you can get a girl.
Good answer.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Yeah, because I always like, you know, I was like, when I watch you guys do final walk or compete on the stage, I was like, ooh. How do they feel about this? But it's good answer. Thank you, Samantha.
When they're on stage, you have to be confident.
Oh yes, and she's right. Don't compare yourself to other. You're just focusing on yourself and do your best.
I know, because if you focus on what other girls is doing, like, you're just distracting yourself. And I think that's with everything in life. When you focus on yourself and stop worrying about what other people are doing, you're gonna do better, because nowadays everyone's doing many different things. Yeah. And you have to understand that everyone's gonna have their own journey and their own strength. So just focus on that. That's not only in pageantry, that's everywhere and with everything. So hopefully that answered your question.
I love it. Yeah, you're right. Like, these days, social media everywhere. It's just very easy. Sometimes we don't know that we compare ourselves to other people when we open Instagram, Facebook, whatsoever. But automatically, I do believe somehow we could feel that way. And we don't mean to compare ourselves, but it's just how it is these days. So like you said, just focusing on yourself, that's gonna help.
That's true. Sometimes we don't even realize.
And how about so every year Miss Grand have a voice challenge.
A voice challenge. You have to.
So what do you think about this? How about you? Yeah.
Do you like singing?
I do like singing. I don't think I have the best voice, but I do like singing. We actually have Grand Voice for Miss USA this year, and they told us everyone can sing one song that you want to do, even if you don't have the best voice.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who's gonna do it? Me, because I love singing. But beforehand, I'm gonna tell everyone that's in there, hey, listen, I don't have the best voice. I would truly appreciate if you guys can sing along with me. Like, we're all in this together, because I don't have the best voice. I know that there are some girls that are competing that do have, like, beautiful singing voices. Not me. I'm just doing it for fun. But I'm doing it.
Yeah,
somebody gonna
how the girls will come out and, like, sing together.
Yes,
they had so much fun.
Yeah. Okay, that was my goal. That's what I want to do, because the song that I'm gonna be singing, if I don't change it, because I'm getting worried about it now. It is a pretty fun song, and I'm hoping that everyone's just dancing and singing with me, So I'm trusting you guys in this.
Just be there and have fun, and it was a beautiful moment there because all the girls there, they help each other.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
All the boys, come up dance with you. Yeah. They went on the stage to sing with you. Yeah. You need help, so don't worry about that. Just have fun and be yourself.
That's good to know. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Samantha. We have some games to for a little bit. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, Yumi, if you're ready, let's go.
Okay. So my question, you can choose one. So I will ask you, heels or sneaker?
Heels. I have 40 pairs of heels in my closet right now. Yeah. I'm not joking, guys.
Oh, because she's a model. She's a model. You're a model. Okay.
And it doesn't even have to do with modeling. I have many different colors, many different heights. I can't even fit no more heels. So I am gonna choose heels.
Okay. So you collect the heel also.
Yes, but I do use them. I collect them, but I do use them every time I go out, a little heel.
Yeah, we have heels, but we don't wear them.
Oh no, pass them to me. I will wear them.
Yeah. I don't know why we have it, but we don't wear them.
Oh no, you should. That's so crazy.
Miss Samantha, I'm 5'2". Well, that's why I don't wear them. If I'm 5'7", no, I'm good. I'm good with sneaker. I'm fine with sneaker. I run fast.
Oh no.
Or the next question, beach vacation or mountain escape?
Oh no, beach. I mean, I love the mountains, but I also love no, I love the beach. I love the bikinis, the tan. No, beach.
Oh, got you. Well, anyway, but you live in Denver. When you want to go to the beach, where are you going normally?
You know, you have to go on a plane and go somewhere with the beach. You know, because here we have lakes, but it's not. You can think it's a beach, but no, it's just like lakes or rivers.
It's not give you the beach vibes.
No, it doesn't. You know, the pina colada, no.
You gonna move to Florida or some state that have beach, California.
I know. I wish. You know, but I do love the mountains too. You know, it's pretty beautiful here. Like, I can see the mountains from my house. So, you know, it's a nice view.
Yes, Denver is beautiful with the mountains. Yes. Okay, the next one, Lily.
Morning person or night owl?
Night owl.
Okay, go with her. Night owl.
Let's go, girl. Because no, night for me.
I talk now.
Yeah.
Night owl.
Yeah, I can do all night.
Yes, it's more peaceful. Like, you can do a lot of stuff. I start cleaning my house like a random time during the night, just journaling. You know, it's pretty peaceful. I'm a night owl.
Yeah, I'm early bird. So when we have to work together, we have to, you know, find the balance between us.
Oh my gosh.
If I would say if it passed by 9 or 10, my eyes will go, okay, I'm sleepy. But she's night owl, so she still has a lot of
So
energy.
you guys are pretty different.
Yes.
Wow.
We are different. Okay, the next question. Your dream travel destination.
Probably China.
Why?
You know, because I've seen like the history in China and also like the cities, and I just have seen so many videos about China. Also, I love the food. The food, the history, you know, the cities, you know, I feel like also Korea, but I would say China. China is like top tier.
I think Samantha can connect with Miss Grand Arizona, Christine. No. Christine from Vietnam. No, Victoria. Yeah, Miss Grand Michigan, Victoria.
That's true. That's true.
Connect with her and then ask her about that. Okay.
Probably, you know, I'm gonna see her soon. We'll see.
Yes, in a couple of days. All right, the next question. Crown or sash?
Crown.
There you go.
You know, I feel like the sash is something, but the crown is gonna steal eyes. You know, everyone's gonna look at that crown. So, crown forever.
So I will say these words and then you can say anything after.
Okay.
Confident is
Power.
Confident is power. You got the power. Yes.
so when you're on stage you're gonna use the power.
Yes. Samantha will use her power. Confidence. All right, last one, Samantha. I have a question. It is beautiful envelope from the judge. No, from us. You please pick one color that you like, and then there's a question.
Purple, because it's my favorite color.
Purple. Here you go, Yumi. You have 30 seconds. I'm kidding.
I was like, okay.
Okay.
The question is, how do you measure success?
I measure success by accomplishing something that you worked so hard for, and at the end of you're happy with it. You know, we live in a very fast-paced world that sometimes we compare ourselves to so many things, and sometimes someone else might be doing something and that might be their success, but we have our own success. If you worked so hard to get out of bed this morning, that's success. If you went to the gym after a month of not going, that's success. I definitely believe that success has to do with your personal values and your personal goals.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, oh. I can breathe now.
Wow, Samantha, I like that she's not only focusing on her big goals, but she's also including even making bed or going to the gym. If you like show up for yourself, that is you success already that day. That's good.
Yes, especially because people are going through different struggles every day, and what might be something easy to you might not be something easy to someone else. So many people are dealing with mental health issues, or they just had a bad day, they have something to do. So success depends on so many things. So that's my opinion on how success is.
Okay, that's good. Actually, she doesn't need a speech coach.
Yeah. You're also pretty good by yourself. Yeah.
Thank you. But
I think we still need some guidance. Right?
Yeah.
From speech coach if you are public speaking.
yeah.
Yeah. So fast. Before you say goodbye, do you want to say anything to your team, family, or friends who always support you?
I want to tell them thank you. I have an incredible team behind me, and my family supports me in everything I do, and I'm just thankful that they have stayed with me throughout this journey, and I'm so happy that it's coming to an end, but hopefully there's another journey after that, and hopefully they still support me on the next one.
Thank you.
Okay. And for anyone who wants to follow you on the social media, please tell us where they can connect with you.
Yeah, so my Instagram is going to be my full name, Samantha, last name, 𝗘𝗣, and then an H. And then on TikTok, it's going to be the same thing. I think Samantha 𝗘𝗣 H. And of course, follow the official Miss Grand Colorado page on Instagram to see how my full concentration week is going to look like.
Samantha, thank you so much for joining us today for our live. I hope you have a great time with us.
I did. Thank you so much for having me. It was really nice to meet you.
We can't wait for you when you're on the stage.
Yes.
Oh.
Waiting to see her walk. As you say, I'm gonna focusing on my soul.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see.
You're going to remember.
Yeah,
She said that.
good luck, Samantha, with everything. Be there, be present. Have fun.
Enjoy.
Thank you so much, guys.
Hope to talk with you again later if we have a chance.
Of course, we'll do.
Bye.
Bye.